Hi everybody, what's going on? So, ahead of the Memorial Day weekend, I just wanted to get a video out because I was originally going to do my May entertainment review on Monday when I get home from the holiday weekend, but I realize I'm going to be too tired from my trip. So, when I decided to do this video today instead while I have energy. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about is this month for our book review. Anna and I read The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, and that was the first time I have read that book since it came out. I first read this book in high school, and it had been a long time since I read it. So I was very excited to read it again, and let me just get my notes up. Where did the discussion questions go? I thought I had them. Oh, here we go. All right, so I wanted to highlight a couple of the discussion questions from the back of the book. The first one I wanted to talk about was what the house represents. And to me, I think it represents the memories that Allie and Noah had when they were younger. And it helps them build on their future together. The other question I wanted to talk about was Allie's mom hiding the letters from her. I really think the reason why she did that was to protect her from being hurt. And also for her to be able to make the decision herself easier about who she should be with. So I think actually that was a good choice that her mom made to do that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that Noah went to the nursing home to read the Notebook to Allie every day. So at the end of the book, spoiler alert for those who haven't read the book, but I would assume that if you have read this book before, you would know what happens. So at the end of the book, Allie gets Alzheimer's disease, and Noah goes to the nursing home every day to read Allie the Notebook to remind her of like their time together and how their relationship started. And that's cute and sad at the same time. And what hit me the hardest about this part of the book was the fact that I can relate to it so much because my grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's in 2014, and this makes me remember how my grandfather would always go up to the nursing home that was up the street from their house and spend time with her during the day and then go home at night to sleep in their house. And Noah and Allie's relationship in this book reminds me of them, and it makes me sad and it makes me miss them because now both of my grandparents are dead because my grandfather died before COVID-19 started. So, and the next discussion question focuses on the power of the written word, and I think it's so important, and that's why I think it was important that Noah went to the nursing home to share his memories with his wife who was dying, because it helped him keep the memories alive for himself. And yeah, so I haven't watched the movie in a long time, and I'm planning on renting it from the library again soon. As far as movies we have been watching this month, So tonight we're going to be watching Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts, and I have been excited to watch this movie for a long time. It was on hold at the library for several weeks, and it finally came in last week, so I'm very excited to watch it. My friend Michael Infantino recommended this movie for me, and I thank him for the recommendation. My review of that movie will be up on Tuesday or Wednesday when I'm back from my holiday weekend. Another movie we're watching tonight is The First Night of Jimmy Reardon, which is the first movie that Matthew Perry was ever in when he was 17. I have been on a really big kick of watching Matthew Perry's movies lately because ever since I read his biography, I realized that I have never seen any of his movies before, so it's really good to go back into his list of movies he did and like watch these movies and analyze them. So far, the movies of his that we have watched are Fools Rush In, which came out in 1997, and Three to Tango, which came out in 2001. And we gave both of those movies a B. And we also started to watch Cougar Town, which was the show that Courtney Cox was on after Friends ended, and Matthew Perry appears in a couple of episodes, but I don't think he's in it until season 2 or season 3. I don't remember, but we started watching it from the beginning, and it's just as funny as I remember it, although it took a while for me to get used to it because, like, honestly, I'm more used to the humor of Friends than I am of Cougar Town, so it's harder for me to get readjusted to watching this show again, but I'm sure I'll get into it more as it goes along. For other books that I've read this month, I just finished a book called Destination Wedding, which is about a pair of Nepalese people who get married. And I like that book a lot because it's really interesting to learn a lot about other cultures and their marriage, how their weddings differ from ours. And another book I read was, let me see. I have it written down. Little Fires Everywhere, which is a book that my mother-in-law let me borrow, and it was very good. It's set in the modern day, and it's about a family, and there's a lot of drama that's centered around this community, and it really kept me on the edge of my seat. And this book was turned into a Netflix series, I think, or maybe it was Amazon Prime. I don't remember what streaming service, but I really want to watch the show now so I can compare it to the book. And I gave the book a B+. And I was invited to do a couple of book clubs through the bookstore that's in my town, but I didn't finish the books in time to make it to the discussion. But I was able to rank the one that I did finish. It was called Even Though I Know the End, which is about a queer couple, and it was very good. I gave it a B. Other movies I saw this month besides the Matthew Perry movies that we watched at home were Mafia Mama, which I saw with my friend Kate, and that movie is it was very funny. Like, I'm not really into mafia movies like The Godfather or The Departed because, like, I mean, I watched The Departed a couple of years ago, and I just couldn't get into it. The only reason why I liked it was because Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. I just hate them swearing, and I'm not big on violence either. But what made Mafia Mama such an interesting movie is that it's about a woman who finds out that her grandfather dies, and her grandfather was a mob boss, and she basically takes over the mob in replace of her grandfather. And there was just so much humor and on the edge of your seat moments that kept you wondering what was going to happen next. This movie stars Toni Collette, and I highly recommend it. The next movie that we're planning to go see in the theater is the Little Mermaid live action movie, which I will be reviewing on Thursday. And I will also be talking about fan theories that are on Wicked Binge's video that are related to the Little Mermaid when I review the movie, just to say what I think of the fan theories and how I think they fit into the context of the live action movie. And I just wanted to announce that at the beginning of, starting in June, I will be stepping away from doing so much sharing of fan fiction on my channel, as well as reviewing Friends episodes, because I have been realizing that these posts have not been getting a lot of comments or likes. And I know I shouldn't care so much about that, but honestly, this channel is not just for me, it's for the viewers. And if the viewers are not really liking what I post, I need to really redirect the focus of this channel, which is mostly supposed to be about theater reviews. But I also review TV shows, I also review books, I also review movies. But I want to be able to review shows and movies and books that everybody is going to like, not just me. So I have to really take a break from posting so much to redirect my focus of my channel. And as far as my writing, I think I have a few more fan fiction chapters that I'm going to share. One that's from my character development fan fiction from the Shrek musical that I was in last summer, which I finally got around to writing. And then I wrote a new Friends fan fiction, which I'm kind of reluctant to share because it's about substance use disorder. And I'm kind of reluctant to share it because after reading Matthew Perry's book, I don't want to write anything related to Friends that would offend him potentially. So let me give you background on this fan fiction I wrote. So I decided to modernize the Fun Bobby plotline from the season 2 episode, the one with Russ. And this story focuses on the kids of the Friends, Emma and Jack and Erica. And Emma and Erica and their cousin Ivy, who is my original character, Phoebe's daughter, they find out that their classmate is suffering from substance use disorder, and Chandler and Monica discover that their son is also doing drugs. And basically what happens in this story is that once Chandler and Monica find out that their son is doing drugs, they find out the best ways to help him so that way he doesn't get addicted. And so I will be sharing those fan fictions separately in another post. And then after that, I won't be sharing any fan fiction on this channel anymore because, as I just said, those videos do not get a lot of views. So, thank you for tuning in and have a great weekend.